saying you gotta rob Peter to pay Paul, but I'm trying to figure out why the fuck we not robbing Paul too. Who the fuck is Paul, and why nobody robbing this nigga, and why everybody pay him? And clearly Peter got some money too, cause how the fuck he keep getting robbed? See, you get older and you realize they've been telling you to live life wrong this whole time. This whole time we've been robbing Peter to pay Paul, and we should have been robbing Paul and Peter. Like, do I need Peter to get to Paul or Paul to get to Peter? Like, hey, Paul, where are you? Come out and play. I got like candy and shit. Like, fuck you talking about? Fuck Peter and Paul. We need to rob both them niggas. Let's all get together and figure out how to rob Paul and Peter. And do we need Peter to get to Paul or Paul to get to Peter? But whatever we need to do, we need to figure out a way to rob both them niggas, especially Paul. Fuck what you talking about. Sincerely, man, this man, we appreciate that time and corporation. Y'all have a good day.
Yo, bro.
Yo.
Yo, you heard the government said that there's interdimensional beings amongst us, multi-dimensional beings.
Yeah, I heard about that. Definitely.
Nah, you're not hyping up for me. They said that they got the powers of the gods, is what they said.
Right?
They said that they...
Oh, they said they're amongst us.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, they said that they disguised themselves as human beings. They've been living amongst us for years. Nah, real shit, because they said that they could be right next to you and you not even know.
Definitely.
Don't that sound crazy?
It sounds possible.
Nah, this shit getting a little too spooky for me, man. They got the files out, the extraterrestrials out. Now they talk about it. Look, if I meet one, man, listen, how's this possible?
I don't know. I have no idea how that could be.
Look, I tell you what, I meet one, it's going down. If I meet one, it's going down. We too scared for that shit.
Right? Sounds familiar, actually. Kind of familiar.
Yeah, I know you kind of touched on this a couple times. I know you're not too knowledgeable about it, but I know you was like, talk about it. But
that cloud up there just grew. I have that in a bucket of water. This is what the whole Wilhelm Reich thing was about. Why he had that attached to water. Okay? Good cameraman, stays on. Okay? I have 6 crystals here. That's not going to be in water now. I'm going to put this on a hyperlapse after. You can see for yourself. It's not going to go in there. That's pointed right at that cloud, right? And I'm grounding this pipe off in the ground. I'm going to put a hyperlapse on there. I'm going to watch that cloud disappear. Okay? We see.
Cut up the body and put it in the...
Let's take our shit back. I am an American copper-colored Indian, and I do not seek validation outside of myself. I do not prove to anybody outside of myself that I am, and I know that I am an American copper-colored Indian. It is my birthright to everything on this motherfucking land. I mean everything. I mean motherfucking everything. Everything is yours, down to the motherfucking crystals, to the sky, to the waters, to every single building that touched this bitch. All this shit is yours. And I claim everything back. It is my birthright to the waters, to the living foods. It's my birthright to have apples growing on the trees in the neighborhood, to the pecans by the river. It is my birthright because this is my land. It is my birthright to be able to travel without police. It is my birthright to not be gridlocked the fuck in and be able to have access to the sun and not be locked into a 9 to 5 or buildings. It is my birthright to do nothing. Laziness on your own land does not exist when you built everything and it was stolen.
Y'all, I done came up on something. So you know, Leave the World Behind, when it basically depicts this white family moving into this black father and daughter's house, and he adamantly says that this is his house, and they still don't think that it's his house that they're renting for their vacation, and they consistently treat them as if they're outsiders in their own house, even making them sleep in the basement to the point where the father sleeps on the floor. Y'all want to know something? And what I came up on? The plantation houses or the big daddy houses or whatever, Mouse's house, that was black people's house. And they actually got put out of their house. Because think about it, they were the only ones that knew about the land, knew how to keep the land fertile, and knew how to work the land. So they had a reason to be there. They knew the operations of the house, of the land, just like the father and the daughter did in Leave the World Behind. And the white family just got strung along because of the money that they had paid to be there. So when all hell broke loose, who you think had to be the one to go around and figure out how to keep not only his daughter alive, but the other family as well? And that also makes me think about why most buildings say founded, not built, not arranged. It say founded because they quite literally found them. And also why they don't talk about the I or the one that was added in front of the actual date, because they're adding an extra 1,000 years to the calendar. Allegedly, you know. The history that they teach you in school is ass backwards. So whoever you thought was working the fields was actually owning the land. Because basically they needed to escape the indentured servitude they owed to the crown or the Roman Empire that came before them. It's even more interesting when you discover that the only places that have actually successfully attacked America are the 7 countries that had to band together in order to actually take some of its people as prisoners of war. Not slaves! Because those who they tell you are the slaves aren't actually the slaves. Cotton is king. And did you also know money is made of cotton as well? And money is also made of cotton. That dollar bill is a lot deeper than what you really think it is. It's a promissory note between those who made false promises and implemented false pretenses. They utilize religion, they utilize false powers, and they utilize the representation of your currency, all to attempt to swap or siphon from the very people who were chosen to be the custodians of this land. Isn't it also interesting that there are projects all over America, and the United States Corporation is one big project itself? Remember why the 13 colonies were created, as well as the fact that, again, those 7 countries who came and infiltrated America all had to band together to go against the true people of the land, the original, the indigenous, the chosen ones, if you will. But hey, this is for entertainment purposes only.
That's what they do. That's why no one can talk. Because they bounce time. That's the biggest fail-safe, you guys. Oh my god. I'm trying to save the world here, you guys. They have time bounce tech like the Groundhog Day effect with Bill Murray. They can do it a day or a week whenever they made the past slam. Now, if someone comes out tomorrow, say Pink the singer, and Elijah Wood knows all about me, all about cloning. I've met him and talked to him there. Same with Pink the singer. I'm just using her as an example. If she comes out tomorrow on national, international live television and says, there's a cloning center and they're killing people, they use us as slaves and we can't say anything, do you know what they do? We will again go back to 3 days ago to the last proton slam of CERN Hadron Collider. I don't know how the science works. I'm not a physicist. They will go back to 3 days ago, and guess what happens to Pink? Pink gets shot.
I'm gonna tell you right here, when you put a poster over her face,
That's why I brought, she used to own the spot right over there. We not fucking around. Don't come into this motherfucking neighborhood covering up our icons. Get this motherfucking shit out of here. Don't do it. When you see a black face here, don't put a motherfucking thing on it. God damn it. Well, you caused a motherfucking problem. And don't do it again. Don't put a fucking thing on any box in this neighborhood.
Y'all really believe they fighting as good as our technology is? Y'all really want to believe that we flew over Iran and Iran drove, they went and painted some fake crafts on the thing. And the world's greatest military flew over and bombed paintings on the ground. Y'all really want to believe that? Y'all want us to believe that they done killed every Iranian leader that came and filled in after the other. Y'all really believe that? But they went and captured the other one and brought him over here in a Nike sweatsuit. And he in the federal prison with 6ix9ine, talking, signing shit. Ukraine and Russia is at war. Afghanistan just ran America out less than 10 years ago. Made us retreat and took billions of dollars worth of high-grade and high-technology military equipment. We've been at war with Al-Qaeda, Taliban, since Bin Laden. We fighting Syria. Nigga, we've been at war for 100 years, seems like. How much more can America stand? Because we're not at war. Israel is. Israel is. That's why Trump is being as ruthless as he can be, saying we'll wipe y'all out. That's the Israeli prime minister talking, as if he's speaking to the Palestinians. There's not a Jewish bank in Russia. There's not a Jewish bank in North Korea. There's not a Jewish bank in Iran. Why do you think they targeting them people? Venezuela. We fucking with Venezuela by dope. And China say we got a fentanyl factory. And we getting it to the Mexicans to get it in. Until y'all pay us all our money. We didn't go after them. We pick on small countries. What we gonna do? Get that goddamn gas. Because our electric cars ain't gonna always work. Between North Korea, Russia, and China, they can send America back into the dark ages with technology. And every year or so, they shut down our internet, they shut down all the airport system, and they tell us it was a glitch or something. No, that was a cyber attack. So I don't believe America's at war. For one, you have to have Congress approval to go to war. So we hadn't had Congress approval. We're not at war. This is America falling and submitting and kneeling to the rule of Israel, Jerusalem. We're fighting their wars. We're using our military. And the world is hating us because the Jews, Israel, can do no wrong, and they do a lot of wrong. They do a lot of wrong. And so it's the reason why you see ICE, but you can't recognize ICE. These are not your redneck, cracker, racist, hateful-hearted, nigger-hating, nigger-loving white folks. About 2 years ago, when I first started, about 2 to 3 years ago, I was staying at the Hilton in Fort Lauderdale. And nigga, I seen 500-600 Israeli soldiers, but I didn't know they was Israeli soldiers. I just know they were from a foreign country, and they was very arrogant. They was mean, and I kept saying, "Man, what are y'all doing here? Man, this is America. Man, what is homie?" They want to mistreat Americans because they know they rule over us.
Wake him up, Jay!
Black people was already here. That's a bald-faced lie. He didn't discover no America. The ship got in troubled water. Some black men was already here. The black people was already here. They went out in that ocean, rescued Columbus off that ship. They didn't have no knowledge, no learning or nothing. He came here, he put him into slavery. It saved his life. He's a bald-faced lie when he said he discovered America. That's a bald-faced lie. If my black relative didn't went out there to rescue his butt when the ship was tearing up them ships, he wouldn't have been here. Black people didn't know. All they knew was living off the land. They didn't know how to fight for themselves. He put the black people into slavery. The big old giant. My grandfather was tall. He wasn't afraid of nothing, nobody, white or black, short or tall. Fat, he wasn't afraid of nothing.
What was your grandfather's name?
Johnny, John Jordan. Everybody called him Johnny. John Jordan. Put the black people into slavery. They got tight and they fought their way out.
And now that I'm thinking about it, that's what they fucking doing now. And that's why they pumping all this interracial relationship. You know, I was going to wrap this shit up until my brain said, and that's what they're doing again. Genetic splicing. That's why they want the black people. They want black women laying with certain people. They want black men laying with certain people. But who they don't want us laying with is each other. Because they don't want us to create more black babies. They don't want us to create more, source babies. They want us to create new races. I saw a comment that was like, God forbid I'm trying to end racism by creating a mixed child. What the fuck is that child? If it is not Caucasian and it is not black, what is it? They're creating new races every fucking day. And that's why they want the black person to lay with all these different races but each other. They're creating new races. They're genetically splicing in their own way. And we're willingly doing it. Baby.
When we said that the revolution would not be televised, we were saying that like that stuff is.
Black Americans, this the energy we need.
Hey, yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You're trying to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more. So if you want our vote, you got to come with our paper. We're not scared of Trump. We're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote. Yeah, not. Who are you? Oh, all right, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to land my plane right there, but the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote. Y'all take care. And somebody get my man a tissue. He need a tissue.
We don't know if that Pete looking Epstein motherfucker playing on us in plain sight, that he really Epstein playing like he Tampa Bay Pete.
Yeah, well, that's crazy. Do you feel like that's really Epstein?
I know it is. Homie, our government is becoming that bold. They're becoming that bold because you have to realize they think the average person is either dumb or misinformed. That's what they rely on to stay in power for 30, 40 years. They don't rely on an informed voter, it's the misinformed. the uninformed. So, of course, they'll give us a bunch of shit. This news will give us this. This news will give us this. This news will give us this. We're in an information age, so everybody's giving information, but we don't know what's what because there's too much information out there. We just go pick what feels right, what sounds right, with no evidence and no proof.
So let me talk to y'all about why they hid our true past, because they know what really took place is 1,000 times worse than the history we get told. Them slave stories, the picking cotton stories, it goes so much deeper. And we about to get into it. Let me remind y'all of what was really going on. The Trail of Tears. They burnt down our cities. They dropped bombs on us. They built cities on our ancestors' remains. What they couldn't hide, they flooded and called it lakes. They put our people in meat farms, sexual slavery. They had us raise their children while they called us savages. The caskets they go back to dig up and collect as soon as the cemetery's empty. The furnitures they made out of us. The bullets they made out of us. The fireworks they made out of us. The sunscreen they made out of us. The melanin supplements they made out of us. The heirlooms of our ancient relics and our remains that they passed down to this day. The destiny swap that occurred between us and them fake-ass Native Americans who claim to be indigenous people till this day. The banks they tore down. The wealth they took from us. The world fairs. The human zoos that was taking place with our people. The fact that every museum is filled with our shit. The resources they stole. They contaminated the water through heavy metals, contamination, water treatment facilities, aquamation, and called the remains they put in our water and our food an ingredient called calcium phosphate. They cut down our ancient trees and called them mountains. That same tree dust that remained, they left it there and called it sand so nothing would grow. They mined our resources dry and called the deserted lands deserts and canyons. They had our people unknowingly participate in our destruction. They had them work in hospitals where the symptoms don't get treated and the patients get treated like customers. They put up signs in the woods, state to state, saying entry prohibited once you reach a certain distance. They boxed us in on the land they built on top of our ancestors' remains and made us pay bills on it. They hid us from us and gave themselves the credit while demonizing us and our ancestors. So now that the building got lifted, what you gonna do? You gonna choose to remember? Or you gonna go back to that comfortable slumber you was in?
Politics in America getting crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Congress and them ain't playing no more. Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Have you ever been able to remote view?
I don't want to talk about that.
No?
I'm not saying it on camera. Good question.
What can you say about remote viewing?
I can tell you this, that you got to be careful with remote viewing because you have sentinels who are patrolling who comes into that space. And if you disobey them, they can trap your soul, basically.
Damn.
Meaning what? Like,
yeah, so if you go remote viewing in a restricted area, if you keep coming back, they can trap your consciousness someplace. There are people in hospitals right now in comas who was remote viewing and they got trapped someplace else.
I mean, I can't go check out Area 51.
No, they got a blockade. I heard
they got a blockade
around
Area 51 and Mount Shasta.
You could stop remote viewing?
They got people. All right. They have. All right. No.
He said, all right.
They have.
Damn, so if I can't see that type of shit, what the fuck I got it for? I'm just gonna see if a bitch cheating or something? Like, I want to see this shit.
These are for adults. I mean, this is a kid's fair. What do you think about that? And then there's kids' plates.
You think that's actually it? Like, it's literally kids' plates?
Go to an adult's house. Do they have a bunch of little characters, little cartoon characters on their plates?
They had cartoon characters on there?
Look at those plates. Those are kids' plates.
Oh, hell no.
As many of you have recently seen, a group of YouTubers made their way onto Epstein's Island and into Epstein's Temple. to do the investigative journalism and to expose the atrocities that our governments are hiding. Specifically, the girl in that video, Gabby, or Gabriella Wagner, is a childhood best friend of mine. She is one of my soulmates. I love her to death, and she is truly one of my heroes. Gabby is not suicidal. She would never harm herself, and I want this out there for her protection.
I am not suicidal. I don't have interest in killing myself. I'm not gonna kill myself over Epstein, that's for fucking damn sure.
As the views on this video grow, and the more people that see Gabby's face, the safer she is. However, this also puts a bigger target on her back. As we have seen with previous history, people who investigate and look further into these things have wound up dead. Gabby, I just want to say I am so proud of you. You've always stood up for what is right, and it is one of the many reasons that I love you. The world stands with you. I stand with you. Please be safe.
All this cold mist just started coming in. And look at it now. We're pretty much completely engulfed, and it's about 20 degrees colder, and you can see it on the streets. What do you guys think? Maybe all this fog is not anybody. Guys, okay. Is that the sun? Is that the moon? What is going on here? This is the post to the colors. This is absolutely insane. Alright, guys, are we going yet? I need to record until it's gone. Look at it. This is insane. Record it.
This is a human calibration landmark. Notice the blue luminescence on the canopy. That specific wavelength isn't for aesthetics. It's designed to regulate the circadian baseline on the commuters waiting below. While your eyes are tracking the geometric patterns of the harvest mural, your nervous system is being stabilized by the overhead blue field. This creates a predictable biological state, making it easier for the nearby shadow nodes to index your frequency as you transition onto the sidewalk to the train. It's a total system handshake, using light and art to anchor your biofield to the transit spine. Standing directly under these calibrated lights, your biofield is wide open to the smuts of the rail's high voltage mesh. This is why I don't wait for the train without grounding, guys. Grab you a Zazko-Hensky node. The Sugnite lattice acts as a passive ground, absorbing the overhead frequency before it can interfere with your internal rhythm. Don't let the station lights dictate your baseline. Keep your field sovereign. Get you some shielding. Funny, they even got the blue light, literally right there. Your skeleton. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that was the jockey that landed in Miami last year. Remember that next I gave last year, y'all, when all them alien, when all the people in the Miami Mall was running for their life, and they all gave the same story. They took that shit, they just put that story up, but it was so quick, but you can still find it though. In Miami Mall last year, all these black folk walk around the mall, And then what happened? Everybody just take out running because they reported seeing what? 7 to 9 foot aliens walking around the mall. You had thousands of people that seen this shit. You had thousands of other motherfuckers running out the mall for their life. You know they seen something they ain't never seen before. You see old ladies running, young motherfuckers running. Y'all don't remember that? And they tried to hide the story. No, that's supposed to be world news. That shit was news. And then they hit TikTok. Remember the black guy, y'all? The black guy that went on TikTok that was at the mall. He gave the story of what happened at the mall. He said, I was in Foot Locker with my girl, and shit, we looked out, and everybody was just running. So we thought, we don't know what the fuck going on. You know, niggas don't know, so they took off running. He said, when you running, some say turn around. I turned around, he said, I saw 7 to 9 foot black aliens. They looked just like regular black people, but they would disappear and reappearing. And every time they would disappear, they would reappear closer and closer and closer. He said that they got to the door, and right before they got to the door, one appeared right in front of the door in front of them. He said at least 7 to 9 feet tall, and like a regular black person, but was tall as hell. I remember that. And then he come back on TikTok 3-4 days later and change the story. Hey, no, y'all, I was just playing, man. I ain't see that, man. I was just trolling. No, that's because you know who pulled up on him. See, remember how they showed you Man in Black? Little secret government agency, they pulled up on people they people forget. That's what they did to him. That's real. They pulled up, man, listen, man, you gotta change that story. He got scared to change the story. But you knew he wasn't lying. And you could tell he changed the story because he was scared. He gave a second story. And even if he tried to change the story, if you had comments that you could tell he wasn't lying. Look at the footage of everybody running out the mall. And they tried to cover it up on the news and say it was a fight. Oh, it was a fight. A fight broke out. Yeah, okay, so now one fight between niggas is gonna have 1,000 niggas running through the mall. So niggas gonna pull out their camera phones and niggas fighting.
The fuck is that? Oh! I know I'm not tripping. Oh!
Do you know who he is? Why are you taking pictures of them? With them? No, why? Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna watch you. Go home. You go home. No, not you. You stay here. Yeah, run! Hey! Walk with them! Prince! Prince! Walk with them. Walk them home. You're not Prince. You look like Prince. But you, I know you. Walk with them. I don't know who this guy is, but he's taking pictures of them little girls. Go. Take them home. Them right there. Take them home. Make sure they make it home. Janaya, I forget her name. Yeah, Janiza. Yeah, her. Make sure they get home. I don't know who that guy is, but he was taking pictures of them. Yeah, I know. Do you know who he is?
Look at this, guys. Look at it working. Look how clear it is. Look how clear you can see the front of the machine. Look. Look at the back of it. Look. Look at it working. Look, they're trying to digitize it. I'm just watching stuff go in it right now. They're making some stuff pass by, but look at that clarity. Look at it. Come on. Look at the back of it. Look. Wow. So I just had a hunch to look at it this way, and boy, was I right. Look at that. Look at it working. Look at, you can see the particles. This thing operating, man. It's wild. Full-on particle collider in front of our sun. It's a portal, man. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this stuff going in. Look. Right here. There. Right in, right there. Going in right now. Night and day. This is in our sky. Look at that. This is a whole different look at it than I have looked at it before. So, but I'll take it. Different perspective, different view. Nice. And you seen it working too. Live action. All right. Continue to follow me if you want the truth. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching, and God bless all of you.